Our next story is about a great tzaddik known as Hillel Hazaken, the great Rabbi Hillel. But do you know how he became great? Here's the story. Rabbi Hillel, he would work for a few hours every morning. He would make a small amount of money. He would split that money, just enough to buy some food for himself and his family, and the other half of that money would go as an entrance fee. He would pay to be allowed into the big yeshiva of Shmaya and of Talyan, the big Rebbeim, the big tzaddikim of that time, who used to teach Torah, but they would charge a small amount of money to come into the yeshiva. One day, Hillel didn't make enough money for his entrance fee to get into the Beis HaMedrash. What did he do? Well, he didn't want to not go learn. He got to the yeshiva and he said, let me climb up onto the roof. In those days, there was a big skylight that let sunlight into the yeshiva. And he climbed up and he got really close to the skylight, to the window, and he laid down and he put his ear up against the glass. And he was listening to every word of Torah. Suddenly, a great snow started falling. And more snow fell. But Hillel, he was so busy listening to every word of that lesson, he didn't even feel the cold. After a while, there was 3 feet of snow covering Hillel, till he was totally frozen. And like that, he laid there all night. When the morning came, the sun came up, and everybody said, hey, it's kind of dark here today. What's going on? They looked up and they saw the shadow of a person laying on the skylight. They quickly ran up, they dug through the snow, they pulled out this frozen Hillel. They brought him into the shul, they put him near the fireplace. They warmed him up, they wrapped him in a blanket, they gave him some tea. When he was able to talk, they said, Hillel, what are you doing there? Why are you frozen? Why didn't you come into the yeshiva? He said, I had no money, and I didn't want to miss the lesson. Wow, they said, if you're so dedicated to learn Torah and not miss a single word of your lesson, then because of you and your honor, we're not going to charge anybody to come learn Torah anymore. Whoever really wants to learn Torah like Hillel can come in for free and learn Torah. Hillel went on to become the great Rabbi Hillel Hazaken. He taught us so much Torah. He opened one of the most famous yeshivas called Beis Hillel. So much Torah came out of his lessons. Do you know what other lesson he taught us? Don't make any excuses. If you really want to learn, nothing can stand in your way.